Hello and welcome on into this Monday's edition of Movie News here at MBE. We'd just like to thank you once again for joining us here on our YouTube channel and of course our Twitch stream. I'm one of your co-hosts, Stephen John McLaughlin, our other co-host, the man that's here all the time. It's John C. Walsh. How are you doing, John? Fine and dandy.
Yes,
like
I'm doing
sour
great.
Candy.
I've got carpal tunnel syndrome, Stephen, but apart from that I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, we went live 5 minutes ago, but John and I went down a rabbit hole of our own version of movie talk, a private discussion. We were talking about Prey.
Prey, yeah.
Yeah, I've still
like
not
Prey.
seen it. Yeah,
I like it. I liked it. I watched it today. I enjoyed it a bit.
Out of all the Predator films, John, where would you place it?
2.
Second best to
Second best.
the original.
The original's
I assume,
the best by far. I'd put Prey number 2, then I'd go Predator 2.
Predator 2 with Danny Glover, decent.
And then the rest are shite.
Adrian Brody one was okay.
I like Prey, man. I did. I liked it a lot.
Predators, I think that was called. I'm pretty sure it was him.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, that just got ridiculous, didn't it?
No, but I liked it. It's just not a Prey review, but they kept it short and sweet. It didn't overstay its welcome. It was an hour and 40 minutes long. It was just a simple little story. He comes down, he just fucking scopes people out. This girl's really cool, interesting character, like Ema from The Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
I felt, and I just enjoyed it. I liked it. I don't get the hate for it.
I'm going to watch it at the weekend. That and Buzz Lightyear, both are on Disney Plus at the moment. We were also talking about we do watch along series here for our Western audiences, but it's primarily Indian content we do that for. But we have been doing it for TV series as well. We are talking about maybe doing Thor: Love and Thunder once it does hit the streaming platform.
Yeah.
As our first sort of Western film watch along. So.
And then we can shit on it from a great height if it's bad.
I don't think it will be, John.
I love Tiger.
I think a lot of people don't get YTT's sort of tone. I don't think they get it at all. I think if you like his style, you'll like this film. That's what I do believe.
And I love his style, so I think I will enjoy it.
But we're going to move over to DC for the time being, John. We're talking about Aquaman 2.
Look at that fade.
Yeah, that was incredible.
John,
you had issues with this last week, didn't you?
Yeah, what is that about?
It was a bit slow, wasn't
The
it?
duration, it's fading,
Yeah.
that's what it is. I'll just...
But
there we go.
this is coming from Screen Rant, John. And
We've got a couple of comments, Steve, by the way. We'll get to those, Daniel.
Yeah, Aquaman 2. Thanks, Dan. Could have multiple Batmen.
Oh dear.
Teases Jason Momoa. I don't want
It's
to
a
bury another
shambles,
Batman. And this is coming in from Screen Rant,
What
John.
is happening, man?
Now, while addressing AP at the red carpet event for the
There you
final
go.
season of his Apple TV Plus series, Momoa teases that Aquaman 2 could feature multiple Batmen. The star does not offer any explicit confirmation. Rather, he playfully joked that the fans only know a little, and Aquaman 2 could also have even less of Batman than what was expecting. Well, that's a bit of a contradiction. We're going to get lots of Batman, and we're not going to get that much Batman. What are you talking about, man? I cannot tell you anything about the reunion. He may or may not be in it, and there could be a more or less even more Batmans in it. Who knows? You only know a little bit. Wow, are you on the Guinness again, man? Are you on the Guinness again
Could
here,
more
Momoa?
or less, or even more Batman in it.
Even before the news about Affleck being
love
in the
to
movie
gas it
broke,
here.
there were already reports that Michael Keaton's Batman is in Aquaman 2.
I
In
fucking
fact,
hope so.
his Cape Crusader reportedly popped up in the test screens, but the appearance left audiences baffled as they couldn't understand how Keaton's Batman fit into the universe. Wow. Who gives a it's Michael Keaton as Batman. Just accept it. Since then, there has been arguments if Aquaman 2 includes both Batmen or if Keaton's Batman role has been replaced by
Steve, I'm
Affleck's,
glad you're reading
which
this.
was the more likely
Batman.
possibility before Momoa's comments. I can't even say Momoa.
Susie shines a shoe on the seashore. On a seashore, Susie shines a shoe.
John,
Batman.
I didn't know Michael Keaton's involvement at all in Aquaman 2. I know, John, he's
You're
becoming a bit of the poison chalice. Obviously, The Flash, which has got its own issues, and then Batgirl. I'm like, going to keep this guy away from fucking films now. I was looking forward to seeing Michael, but not now. But I don't really give a shit about Aquaman 2, to be honest with you. If they do turn up, I'll watch it. If it's confirmed, and I don't mind reading spoilers, if it's confirmed or not, and I'll probably not even go near this film, to be honest with you, John. I don't know about you.
Well, I mean, I'll read Daniel. What I was laughing at there is I can see people come in and out of this stream.
Yeah.
I can see the numbers. People come in. I started doing my Susie shines a shoe on the seashore thing,
And they ran
just
away.
left.
Yeah.
They left right away. They can't understand what I'm saying. I can't understand a fucking thing. All
It's
they
that
hear
guy
is
with the black t-shirt and the black cap
the
on.
black cap and the dodgy goatee. It looks even worse on the camera with the lights than it does in real life. At least in real life it kind of blends in a bit. On the camera I look like some fucking like extra from Terminator that gets slapped about with Arnie and probably steals my boots. He wouldn't steal my boots, my feet are too small for Arnie. He's 6'2" the man back then.
Yeah.
But look, Daniel had this to say, Stephen. I don't know if Daniel's still in, but he said this in the comment section. OMG, oh my god. Multiple Batmen. So could Keaton and Kilmer be in it? Oh, Kilmer's a shout. Never thought of Kilmer.
DH
Maybe.
him.
Whatever Barry
Yeah.
does. And you don't have to DH. It could be an older, sort of grizzled Batman. Or Bruce Wayne. Much like No Way Home.
Yeah.
Where you've got sort of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker coming through. He's not even got the fucking Spidey suit on as the chair tries to break my back, which kind of ties into Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. I wondered what would break first, your mind or your body. The fucking chair's trying to break my back and my mind. Yeah, it's Tobey Maguire. He came through. He was different. They were all different.
Yeah, they're
Even
all
Andrew
older.
Garfield.
Yeah.
He came through and he had his demons. Obviously lost fucking, what was it, Gwen? I think she was. It wasn't Mary Jane, was it? So it's possible we could get Kilmer coming in. He's not got the bat suit on, but he's some sort of, I don't know, Bruce Wayne mentor figure in there somehow. I don't know. He's on to say whatever Barry does in the Flash movie, we will get multiple I can't even fucking speak either. We will get multiple Batmen in the DCEU. There we go.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's
that was
a shout because
that was already confirmed anyway, wasn't it? That we're going to go down that road with the Flash.
I was nearly doing a bad as well. Bad.
Also, Daniel says if we get multiple Batman in the DCEU, we could theoretically see multiple Robins in the DCEU, like Chris O'Donnell can return as Robin. Chris O'Donnell's an actor I like. Chris O'Donnell as Robin I don't like. I didn't really see the need for them to go down that road. It was a toy selling exercise. Shove as many characters in as possible so we can sell the toys. Chris O'Donnell in Scent of a Woman, wasn't he? Yeah. I think that was the first film I saw him in. Good actor. I don't know. I would like to see maybe multiple versions of Robin and Nightwing, etc. I think seeing different iterations on the DC animated stuff I quite liked. Some of my favourite animated DC stuff was with Nightwing or Robin in it. Very tragic, conflicted characters. Very much the same as Bruce Wayne from a different angle. Yeah, I think it could work. I don't think they have to go back to Chris O'Donnell's Robin. Although they could. I mean, they could do a different version of that character with Chris O'Donnell. He's capable of coming back and doing it. Val Kilmer recently.
See, I tell you, just interjecting quickly before you read that other comment, if they're all on the table, all of the Batman characters iterations, all of the Robin, Nightwing iterations, I wouldn't be adverse to seeing Joseph Gordon-Levitt or Gordon Joseph Levitt, whatever you say his name, coming back as Nightwing.
That's a good.
He's still young as fuck. He's still lean. Never had a chance to really shine in that role.
It was a great character as well, wasn't it?
Christian Bale's not coming back. Let's be honest.
No, I think he's. I don't know, because he did say. I think if it's got to be Nolan though. If he comes back, it's not Nolan. So
no, it's not Nolan.
He did say he would have liked to have done some more in the past. Don't quote me on that. I did read it somewhere. He did say he would have liked to have come back and done more. But I think he meant with Chris Nolan. I think that's that time's
we were
past
stretching
now.
it with Chris with 3 movies.
Yeah, I think we're stretching it with obviously with Christian as well.
Yeah,
he doesn't normally do.
No, he doesn't do sequels.
Doesn't do sequels apart from that.
He does independent movies. Val Kilmer recently says he would like to come back as Batman and an older Bruce Wayne. Would you prefer Kilmer or Clooney to come back?
Kilmer.
No
harm to Clooney. I like George Clooney. I do like him a lot. But
nearly ruined his career the first time.
He says himself it was the worst mistake he ever made in his career. So,
hey, Freeze! I'm Batman. Bat nipples, bat buttocks,
the
bat card,
credit card. Yeah.
No, I
never leave the cave without it.
Yeah, shouldn't leave the cave. Period.
Yeah.
I'd fucking destroy the cave. It'd be like a real life telling of, or a comic book campy telling of Jesus' story.
You're talking about caves here. Now we'll talk about caves because this will blend into what I want to talk about next. How excited are you in seeing Ben Affleck come back? Because the cave thing obviously is he has a bat cave, a real life bat cave,
a Batman,
a man bat, yeah. Are you excited about it though?
Stephen, I love Ben Affleck, and I think his Batman's underrated by some. Don't know what my dog's doing here. He's doing like the fucking worm on the carpet here.
He's like that thing out of June coming out the sand.
Yeah, the sandworm. Or as I called it, the snowworm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
How far from reality can you get, for fuck's sake? It's in a desert planet. Yeah, Hoff worms. Well, I mean, we got that snake and whatever the fuck, The Rise of Skywalker. Just try to blank the name of that movie out of my head. No, Stephen, I love Ben Affleck. He's a good Boston man. I love the Boston sports teams. I've got a real affinity to Boston in general. That's why I'm a big fan of likes of Affleck. Obviously Matt Damon, Chris Evans, all the actors from that region. They're good down-to-earth guys, man. Usually decent liberals when it comes to politics as well, without maybe delving into that region. We don't want to speak about politics here. So I like the guy. I think he's a brilliant actor. He's just a brilliant filmmaking talent as well. Writer, producer, all can fucking do everything. He's just been married again, hasn't he, to Jennifer Lopez? So he's in a good place. And he's back playing Batman, which we know he's, as you say, is passionate about. He's got that Batcave. He was heavily involved with the script for his Batman story before it got shelved.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see the guy's back playing Batman. But not just that, he's in the Flash movie and he was a sort of mentor figure.
Even if he's coming back to sort of
Cyborg
bid farewell to the DCEU, to give it some closure finally, you know, because you're still going to have those lingering characters, the Aquamans, the Wonder Woman's still in there that were involved in that sort of first phase, if you like, you know, and then to take both Henry Cavill's Superman and Ben Affleck's Batman away from that, who were major players in that first phase, and be recast in some fashion abruptly, I think would be the wrong choice. If you can get him back, and the condition is to come back to have some closure on this version of Batman, I'm happy with that. If that's the least we're getting, if we're getting more, I doubt we will get more, John. I think he's coming back on certain conditions. Henry Cavill, obviously, unfortunately, didn't turn up for the convention. I think he had COVID. So we kind of predicted he wouldn't turn up, but I still think he will make maybe one last appearance as Son of Jor-El. But
well, I mean, we've got Daniel. He's speaking about Zod in there. He was in the Man of Steel, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure that was Michael Shannon. Yeah, great actor. But Stephen, look, before I get into those comments, I will read them in a moment. The other reason I hope there's multiple Batmen is because also you mentioned Batgirl getting cancelled. Michael Keaton was supposed to appear in that. They shot a large chunk of that movie in our city, Glasgow. Yep. That's also been taken away. He's gave up his time to go and act as Batman once again in 2 separate movies. The fact that's been removed, I want to see more of Keaton back as Batman. For me, I've said it before, I think he's actually the best Bruce Wayne ever. Just something about him, he's very brooding. There's a darkness there. He's doing things with his eyes and body, and there's something else going on internally. You can see that he's Batman. I keep saying it's always been a free character, sort of split 3 ways. He's like a character, if you'd like. You've got the real Batman, Bruce Wayne, which is a combination of both, the Cape Crusader and the philanthropist sort of billionaire. Then you've got Bruce, who's not quite the real guy, and Batman, who's not quite the real guy. The truth lies between. For me, Michael done a brilliant job of combining that when he was out and about as Bruce Wayne. So I want to see him Batman. And look, he was the first Batman I properly watched as a kid. Yeah. I've got a special place in my heart, so I just want to see more of Michael playing Batman. I'm kind of glad he's not the first I seen, John, because the first would have been Adam West for a good, I was born in 76, that film came out in 66, was it? So it was out a good 10 years before I was born, and obviously from 76 till 1989, you're talking 13 years. Yeah. So I only knew of one Batman at that point in the sort of spandex tights and stuff with Robin. And, you know, when I first saw Michael Keaton come on screen, I think it was a poster actually I saw first, I thought, my God, this guy's terrifying. I love this already, and I've not even seen a single shot of this film. It was just, I think I was just at the right age as well, being 13 when that film came out, and I just absolutely loved it. So I've got good memories of Michael Keaton playing this character, so I'm looking forward to it from a nostalgic point of view. I don't know when Batman came out in 1989, I'd imagine it would have been after February.
Yeah, I think so it was. I think it was probably a summer release.
Yeah, I'd have been about 4 months, 3 months old. But I watched it in the 90s. I did watch it and enjoyed it quite a bit. I actually enjoyed the second one better.
Yeah, with Danny DeVito.
I had a thing
Christopher Walken,
I had a thing for the Penguin.
I thought you were saying Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, well, I mean, obviously, looking back retrospectively, but I was a little guy. I kind of was obsessed with this creepy fucking penguin geezer with the long nose, and I think he had the umbrella, didn't he? Yeah. There was all sorts of shenanigans going on. I was fascinated by that. I was a strange kid, man. I love RoboCop and all that growing up. I loved the darkness. I loved all of that violence. So, strange kid. And I'm not going to apologise for that. Yeah. This is my theory of what will happen. I think Zod and Fiora will invade in the end of the movie, Flash, and Keaton's Batman will go back to the DCEU, and Keaton will be stuck in the DCEU, causing Zod. John, because Zod took over.
I think the comment jumped there. I think you read half of one sentence in the second half of the next. Yeah,
I did. Oh fuck, I did. Yeah,
it just jumped up there. Daniel added another comment.
Invade F89, Keaton's Batman, Supergirl. And the two Flashes will try to fight them, but Zod will kill Supergirl in 89 Flash. I'm convinced Supergirl's dying. I've seen her. Looks alright, be fair, but I think she's going to die. Absolutely. So our Flash grabs Keaton's Batman, runs into the Speed Force, and in the end of the movie, Flash and Keaton go back to the DCEU. Keaton will be stuck because Zod took over. So Zod took over F89, it will still be there, but it's under Zod. That's why Keaton would be stuck in the DCU. I think you're right. There's definitely going to be time travelling going on.
Yeah.
Also the Flash, I think it's Flashpoint's the story. So about his father being implicated or something in the murder of his mother. He goes back in time, tries to prevent it from happening. And also he's going to interact with multiple parallel universes, versions of characters on that journey. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's zipping in and out and maybe doing some things and there's people tagging along with him. So it's potential. I love the Zod character. I think the Zod character's fascinating.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see him in the Flash movie. Well, I do want to see this Flash movie, I'm not going to lie, man. Even though, I like Ezra Miller, I do. I like him as an actor. I think he's a fantastic actor. It's just a shame the guy's went completely off the fucking rails and lost his mind.
Yeah.
But the first step is acceptance. And he's accepted, he's overstepped the mark, he's been off the rails and he's been in a crazy situation. Now he's seeking help for it. Hopefully, I says it before he can get back to acting. I think he's done his Barry, unfortunately. I think that's over.
I think that's done, yeah.
But hopefully he gave us a performance in this, because he was passionate about it, Stephen. He worked very hard to give us this movie.
Yeah.
He fought for it. He nearly lost the role.
Yep.
I think it was gave about 2 months to come up with a script. He fought for a darker, more compelling story. They changed the director, I'm sure, and now he's got the story made. So hopefully he's gave us something special.
Yeah.
That's been worth all that.
Do you
nonsense.
think it will come out on digital release, John? And
I
only
think
digital release?
I think it will release in the theatres.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think by that time it will have blown over the nonsense with Ezra.
I think that's why they're not in any hurry to release it at the moment. But I'm pretty sure we'll see it. And
The fact that the girls come out, the woman's come out and says whatever the fuck she is, I don't know how old she is.
Yeah.
I think she's 18 now. She's come out and says, look, it's all nonsense.
Yeah.
There's not really any... There's no proof of what's been alleged, apart from the parents' word against his. The girl who was actually involved says that nothing happened. I don't think there's actually any legal stuff. The only thing he's illegally done is break a... What do you call it again?
Curfew?
No, it's like you're not allowed to go near someone. What's the name of that again?
Oh, yeah, it's...
restraining order.
Yeah, restraining
He broke
order,
that,
yeah.
and I think he
Yeah.
broke into a house in his home state and stole alcohol from a basement and drunk it. That's really all he's done.
Yeah.
So there's nothing stopping them releasing this movie. I mean, they're fucking releasing Aquaman with Amber Turd in there, so they don't
John,
give a
that was
shit.
one of the reasons I said I'm not that fussed about watching Aquaman.
Yeah, I mean, getting back to Aquaman, look, if one of the things that would definitely draw me into this movie is them doing something with a Keaton's Batman, giving Ben Affleck a chunky role in there as Batman as well, doing some sort of multiversal stuff. Because, Steve, I love Jason Momoa, man, but Aquaman's not, for me, the most compelling of characters.
No.
He's alright. I mean, he nearly gets shown up with Patrick Wilson in that first movie. He's his stepbrother.
Yeah.
He gets shown up with him, nearly. It was a better performance, I think.
Well, to be fair, he is a better actor. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not that fussed about the character. You throw
Yeah.
in the Mira, Amber Turd situation. James Wan's the director. There's a lot of things. The Dolph's in there. I'm going to call him the Dolph. We're calling the fucking guys the Hoff and stuff. I'm calling him the Dolph. Dolph Lundgren's in there.
Yeah.
Looking magnificent as ever. But you need something compelling to get me in the theatres and make Turd palatable for me. And it would be those multiple Batman
It'll be
characters.
interesting to see. I know that our screen time has been very much scaled down after obviously the trial and stuff like that.
Should have been
And I think this
out.
will probably be the last time we see her as well. Still clinging on to obviously what happened
Yeah,
a couple of months ago.
she's trying to appeal to you.
Yeah, but whatever. That's what I say. We'll read another couple of Daniel's comments and then we can move on, John.
So read that one. So there's a rumour that something will happen to Alfred and he will die in the first act of the movie. This is the Jeremy Irons
Right, okay.
Alfred, isn't it?
Right, yeah, if it's Ben Affleck's Batman, yeah.
So, or maybe, I think that old guy that was Keaton's is
Michael,
long gone.
Michael Gough, yeah, I think so. He was old.
Yeah, he was old then. Fuck. So it would be cool to see Keaton's Bruce Wayne taking over that role and be the guy in the Batcave. I'd love to see it, man. There's something about that cape, the cowl, the whole look. It's iconic. That's why I put it on
don't want
the
to see
thumbnail.
Michael Keaton in a butler outfit though.
No, we don't want that. No. I mean, he kind of does wear a butler's outfit, doesn't he? He wears a tuxedo when he's Bruce, but he wears it better.
Yeah.
Because he's Bruce. He's not a fucking butler.
Yeah.
He's employing the butler. People want to see Michael Keaton in I can't even speak, in an older Bruce Wayne Batman Beyond role. What if they want to do that with Keaton in the DCU behind the back computer helping Ben Affleck's Batman? That would rock. That's kind of what I thought we were getting in the Flash movie. Because the vibes I got, the releases, he was in the Batcave and he was hanging around in there. I've not really seen...
Yeah.
I think he's going to be
John,
a
I think
different kind of figure.
I think I'm just equally excited to see the classic Batmobile as well. The Keaton Batmobile. It was hinted. It was under the cover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was clearly that one,
Oh, yeah.
judging by the obviously the shape under that cover. But I'm excited to see that as well. So I think predominantly you're going to see Michael Keaton in this cave. I don't think he's going to be doing a lot of action, to be honest with you. But
he is older, but he's
don't
not
care.
that old, man. I mean, you remember played Vulture
Yep.
not that long ago,
Oh, fantastic!
and stole the show.
Yeah.
What a presence! That's what I'm talking about, Stephen. The presence of the guy. It was unearthing when Peter went to that house, and he didn't know. He kind of knew he knew.
Yeah.
That who he was, his identity, but it was fucking chilling watching him. There's something about him. He brought that to Bruce. I'm hearing that the Flash will time travel and go to F89. So originally we thought that we would see Keaton Batman 30 years after Batman Returns in 2022, but it will be 2013. The Flash time travels to 2013 Burtonverse. Why go to 2013 when you can go to 2023? It's more badass to see Keaton as Batman in 2023 because he had 30 plus years of adventures. Well, this is why I was so compelled by Harrison Ford coming back as Han Solo, and also the original trilogy characters in general coming back for the sequel trilogy. Also, they dropped the ball with that, but we kind of got it with Harrison's Han Solo. You felt he'd lived 20 lifetimes in that gap. He'd split up from Leia. Him and Chewie had been on adventures. He'd lost the Falcon. There was all sorts of things hinted at. He'd changed his jacket. He had a bit of a stubble. Luke, we never really got that journey. He just felt embittered. He was hiding off in the island. When you have these gaps, these big timelines, these gaps, taps off, you can do things. I don't know what I've fucking been drinking. I can assure you I've not been drinking any alcohol today. This is what's it called again? A Spezia, I think you call it. Fanta and Coca-Cola mixed. And that's water. It's not vodka. But I am just having a mare at times. But you've got these big gaps. There's a lot of compelling stuff can happen. It can be hinted at. You can see it in the lines of a guy's face, or they can actually speak about it. It gives layers to the character. So, and I can't think of a better actor to bring that to a Bruce Wayne performance than Michael Keaton.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting when it finally does come out. It's just unfortunate because I thought we were going to be getting Michael Keaton a bit more, obviously in the Batgirl thing as well. Unfortunately, we'll probably not see the light of day. I think that's going to become one of those sort of Kevin Smith Superman things.
Oh, they've blocked the director's access to the actual footage. They were in the midst of editing the movie.
You might see leaked images maybe 20 years or something like that, but I think it's going to disappear unless there's obviously a fan thing that they did like the Snyderverse thing. I doubt it very much.
David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's died of death, isn't it? Yeah,
that's never going to happen.
That's
David.
died of death anyway. I don't think the wheels are certainly not in motion for that anymore.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, fucking back round the corner where they belong.
Yep.
Get it,
Move on.
fuck. Cara Delevingne is not a villain in a DC movie.
No.
Enough. The Enchantress or whatever she was called, terrible, man. What do we think of David Zaslav abandoning the multiverse idea because he finds it confusing and thinks people will be confused by it? Hamada wanted to go heavy in the multiverse, but not Zaslav. He hates the multiverse. But I love multiverse. If it's done right, I'd love to see it happen. That's how you save this universe. If they've got any plans of
they're doing it again, aren't they? They're doing it again, though. They're doing this thing where they're keeping an eye on what's happening over at Marvel and going, right, we'll do the opposite. They're doing it.
The Flash may have been in motion before we had any confirmation of multiverse of madness and stuff. I don't know. It may have been the same time.
Yeah, I think originally the Flash was going to go down that direction, but maybe end there as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously with things coming out with obviously Batgirl, Michael Keaton coming into the sort of forefront as well.
Here's one for you, Stephen. I've interjected again.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze. Would you like to see him back?
No.
What about Jim Carrey's incredible green leotard with question marks befitting with the cane as well?
And they've got to be careful as well what they're doing here because obviously with the Matt Reeves trilogy, which is obviously coming now, you spoke about it last week, John. His multi-picture deal, which is clearly going to be 2 more Batman films. They've got to be very careful in terms of the contrast of what Matt Reeves is doing and what they're trying to do with the DCU stuff, and they don't want to embarrass themselves by making it too campy, but they've got to go in their own sort of tone and their own direction as well. That's something separate from that. instead of just like for like. You're talking about confusing people. Well, that would confuse people, wouldn't it? That are not comic book fans like ourselves. But I've got to be honest with you. I don't really want to. I always like the sort of human side of villains rather than the sort of flashy, out of control megalomaniacs that you get, like Mr. Freeze and stuff like that. There's a bit of a tragedy in his backstory, to be fair. Yeah, but
I was speaking about that before we come on.
I always
as well.
like cerebral villains more than anything, John. I think, you know, when you look at the likes of the Riddler, what's his name, Doctor. Can't remember his name.
Doctor?
Not Doctor. Well, obviously the Riddler as well. Hugo Strange, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange. Just that cerebral sort of
but
perspective.
DC's got a lot of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Even Lex Luthor,
they don't have to go down the road of obviously green leotards and fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that, you know. Or Poison Ivy, another poor villain in my case, you know.
I mean, Gotham Show had a Poison Ivy, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a wee girl, yeah.
Carmen Baiken.
It's Catwoman, yeah.
Catwoman, yeah.
Cat girl.
What a young Michelle Pfeiffer.
She was, yeah.
And then obviously Bruce gets stitched right at the end.
They replace him.
Tough to take. But I liked that show.
Yeah, there's some bits.
It did confirm to me though that the Ben guy, I forget what his name is, that guy actually played Gordon.
Yeah, he played Batman in the animated stuff, yeah.
Oh, good actor.
Yeah, Ben, I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Ben something.
Kingsley. Yeah, anyway.
Speaking of him as well.
Yeah.
I was editing the video.
Yeah.
Ben playing a 30. I worked it out. He was 36, I think. Eichmann. And 43. 42. He'd have been about 36, 37. A little bit older. But he was 70 odds when he played that character.
Yeah.
It is one of the most ridiculous, to this day, one of the most ridiculous fucking things I have ever seen. The tan. Just horrific, Ben. What were you thinking?
Sometimes it just takes you out of the picture, John. If it's done right, like the Five Bloods, that was done correctly.
That's how you do it, Steve.
That's how you do it, you know. He's
older and he's reminiscing, and he's there, but in current day.
Yeah, because it's obviously it's a perfect way to do it. But we'll just read a couple more of Daniel's comments and then we'll move on, John, because we do have some reactions we need to knock out. So, I think it was I was worried of
the rumour of The Flash being Keaton's last Batman movie, because when Aquaman moved before The Flash, it made no sense for Keaton to appear. So he was removed, but now he could be added back in because Aquaman had been pushed to December 2023.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he does come in. I hope they do take this concept that's sort of started in the Flash movie, The Flash, whatever it's called.
Flashpoint.
And then just let it grow. Into other movies. Just put a camera in front of him and let him go.
Was it Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey. I guess we can just stick a camera in front of him and let him go. Brilliant.
I was talking about his
Deadpool.
Appearance, wasn't it? Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, I remember that. That was fantastic. I can't remember what that was on.
It was at the Oscars or the Golden Globes. It was a sort of tribute. To Clint Eastwood,
yeah, I love those things.
Oh yeah, he done Meryl Streep as well. I fucking love Jim. What a guy.
Yep.
I love the fact
Fearless.
he gives even less of a fuck now. He just comes out and says what he wants. Respect him.
Yeah, that's that.
He's made his money. He's an artist now, probably more than an actor. He doesn't care. No. He loves making people uncomfortable. He's just saying things and they're like, what the fuck's going on here? I love that. I love him.
Do you remember? Brilliant. Was that the one he came out to doing Simply the Best as well?
That was the Meryl Streep one.
Was that the Meryl Streep one?
It's Simply the Best, and he's like singing like that. It pans to behind, and the crowd are all looking at him. Oh, I'd love
Nicolas Cage and
honestly,
Quentin Tarantino looked uncomfortable.
I'm telling you, Stephen, I think I'm a pretty confident guy. At times I'm out there. I'd love to have that level of confidence to be able to walk in front of an arena like that, a couple of thousand people, and just take over the entire building. That is another level. Another fucking level. Yeah. But he's got some sort of bipolar, hasn't he? Jim, sadly. Yeah. So when he's high, he is fucking like Jupiter.
Yeah. So, he's unstoppable. Yep.
Yeah, he is. What a guy.
Yeah.
Love him.
We're going to move on anyway.
Yes.
I was going to drop in the comments thing, John, but we've only got two topics anyway, and this is the main topic anyway. Aquaman 2.
I mean, I want to see multiple Batman characters, Batmen in there. I want them to bury another Batman. I want multiple Batmen in this movie.
Multiple Alfreds.
But I'll go
to deal with all these Batmen.
Yeah, exactly. So they can bury them when they die again.
Multiple Gordons.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get.
But more importantly, I want
Oldman.
to see Daniel's story
Yeah.
taking place, because that sounds fantastic. You're bringing in a whole sort of mismatch of different characters from different timelines. Batgirl's in there, you've got the likes of fucking Zod in there. I'd love to see that multiversal sort of story start off its foundation in The Flash and then start taking root in other movies. That's how you rebuild this universe. You bring in different versions, different characters, different ideas. They've got new executives over at Warner Brothers as well who can make it happen. They're prioritising the superhero comic book stuff. This is how you can save this, because you've still got a foundation of really good actors in there. Obviously, if Ezra hadn't did what he did, and it wasn't dead in the water as Barry Allen, I think we could see him moving forward as well. I always worry when I say Barry Allen, I'm saying Barry Bannon, and it gets me concerned. But you've still got the likes of Jason Momoa, man. Ben's still floating around there.
Gal as well.
Gal Gadot's in there as well, or Gail Gadot as I used to call her. There's lots in there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a character from Coronation Street.
Gail Gadot.
Gail Gadot.
Yep. Coronation
Yes.
Street. Yeah.
Corey.
But anyway, John, I'll wait till you've done your wee tune so I can do my clipping properly. We're going to talk about Vijay Sethupathi and Shah Rukh Khan's new film, John. You
Shah Rukh Khan, wow.
You will be surprised to know how
And
much
it's Atlee.
Vijay Sethupathi charged for Atlee's Shah Rukh Khan starrer Jawan. I hope I've said that right. If I've not, please correct
Jawan,
me. This is coming in from Times Now News, and I'm just going to read. Yeah, he's a
cool as
absolutely
hell,
nice
man.
guy. I'm sure we'll get into
A
our
fucking
love for him,
superstar.
John. But I mean, a lot of reports have been doing rounds in the media about SRK's upcoming movie. Reportedly, Vijay Sethupathi, who will be seen featuring SRK's upcoming movie Jawan, is the main antagonist. What else is he going to be? Charged a whopping amount for Atlee's Jawan. Vijay also had to let go of 2 projects to feature in Jawan, and
Which is why he's charging an arm and a leg.
Yeah, because it's lost revenue.
Because he's lost 2 movies. He has to make it up.
Yeah, Bollywood superstar Shah Rukh Khan is making a comeback to the big screens after a long hiatus. King Khan was, I love that name. King Khan was last seen featuring in 2018 movie Zero. John, we reacted to that, loved it.
Yeah.
And since then, SRK fans have been waiting to watch him on the big screens with bated breath. Well, the good news for SRK fans is that the superstar is not returning to the big screens with not only 1 but 3 movies. He will be next seen starring in Yash Raj's film Pathan, Atlee's Jawan, and Raj Kumar's Hirani's Donkey. Yeah, a lot of reports have been doing rounds in the media about SRK's upcoming movies. Reportedly, Vijay Sethupathi will be seen featuring SRK's upcoming movie Jawan, as I've said about 5 times now, where he will be witnessed playing the role of the main antagonist. Directed by Atlee, Jawan will feature Nayan Natharar in the female lead. I hope I've said that right too. Vijay Sethupathi is one of the biggest stars of South Indian film industry, and according to a report of a publication, he has charged a whopping amount to star in Atlee's Jawan. A source told Pink Villa, I think we've been on their site a few times, John, with some reports. This is the maximum that Sethupathi has charged for a feature film till date, and the hike in fees has come post the tremendous appreciation he got for his performance in Vikram. John,
movie we need to react to.
Can't wait to see this movie, I'm telling you. While he was in talks for Jawan for a while now, the paperwork happened post the thunderous success of Vikram. He has upped his fees from Rs 15 crore to Rs 21 crore for Jawan. I hope I say that right. The way
it's
we're talking
rupees,
about
isn't it?
the sort of format of the currency. The report further revealed that Vijay Sethupathi has had to let 2 projects go to feature in Jawan. The report further read he had to leave 2 films to be part of this one, but the character is so powerful that he didn't mind letting go of the other projects. Atlee has churned out a role that got Vijay Sethupathi very excited. Meanwhile, other than Jawan, Vijay Sethupathi has a number of other upcoming projects in his kitty. He will be next seen starring in Merry Christmas alongside Katrina Kaif, Tamil movie Vidu Thathlai, I hope I said that right, and the Hindi movie Mumbai Akar. Now, John,
Mumbai,
what I take from this is that obviously the film Jawan for any actor to turn down, even take the Vijay Sethupathi equation out of it, any actor to turn down 2 projects that they were planning on doing to go and do another film suggests to me that they like what they see in the script, they like what they see in the story, and obviously huge respect for the director Atlee as well.
Yeah, I mean, Steve, we've watched multiple movies with Atlee.
Yeah.
Fairy, Mercil, with Telepathy Vijay. And I like Mercil. That's actually one of my favourite Telepathy movies. That's the one where he plays two brothers separated, and then his father. And the father was the most compelling character. Obviously, he was doing the sort of ritual stuff. I think it was pinkish red.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a really good movie. Fairy, I think, was the one with the daughter. He went into hiding, and then the gangsters sort of coaxed him back out. Again, I really enjoyed that one. So we know he's a brilliant director. We know what he's capable of doing. And then you add in Shah Rukh Khan. He's an absolute fucking superstar. We've not seen any of this guy's movies yet.
No, I know.
We've only reacted to them.
It's only because we've not got there yet.
Yeah, we've not got there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll watch some of his movies. But this guy's got a following that's probably unparalleled in the whole of Asia. Probably the world, to be fair. I think he's like the second most paid actor on the planet.
Yeah.
So he's a superstar. You add him in with Atlee. You fling in Vijay Sethupathi as perhaps, I think you say, is the lead in this movie. It's a match made in heaven. We get to watch another Atlee movie. We get to see one of our favourite Indian actors in Vijay Sethupathi doing his stuff, and then we get to finally watch Shah Rukh Khan potentially, maybe striking 3 off in the one go.
Yeah,
Sethupaathi's brilliant, man. We've watched this guy in so many great movies. We were talking about Vikram Vedha. We're going to react to a remake.
Yeah,
he was in the other one with Madhavan, the actual original one.
Yeah.
He was fantastic in it.
That was our introduction to Madhavan. I'm sure we've seen him in a horror film we did with Rukh last October, which
that wasn't Pizza. That was the other one. It was the one with the apartment.
Yeah, the apartment. Yeah, which was very good. I liked it. And as you said, the character that he played in Vikram Vedha was fantastic as well. I don't want to say a sympathetic villain, but a villain you could understand and connect with, and understand the reasons for going down the road they did go down, you know.
Yeah, that movie, I mean, it was blurring the lines between good and bad.
Yeah.
Police and criminal.
Yep.
They were both nuanced, morally ambiguous, that's what I'll call it.
Yeah.
But he's a brilliant actor, Stephen. Super Deluxe, man. One of the best performances. 96. One of the best movies I've seen.
One of the greatest films I've ever seen. Anywhere.
For me, the greatest romantic movie I've ever seen. I've watched some fucking classics like Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, movies like that, Notebook. I've seen them all, man. Notting Hill, fucking 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Bridget Jones's fucking Diary, all that crap. For me, 96 is better than all of them.
Yeah.
Because it's not wishy-washy shite fantasy. It's real. What happens at the end? The guy's on his own. Brilliantly acted.
Yeah.
With this guy. So we know this guy quite a bit. We know what he's capable of. I think he was actually getting praise from Shah Rukh Khan in a video. I don't know if I think it was Shah Rukh.
Yeah.
And you could see he was actually touched by the praise. He looked touched by the words that he was saying. And now he's getting to act with him, so I'm sure that's a sort of dream moment for Vijay Sethupathi. He's finally getting to act with one of the biggest actors on the subcontinent. But not just that, Stephen, his own name, he's starting to get the recognition he deserves, because we spoke to Rukh about this guy. People were saying nonsense like he plays the same character again and again and again. He does not.
John, maybe that's an early thing. I mean, I think one of the earliest films we saw him in was PETA, wasn't it?
Pizza.
Was it not PETA?
He was in PETA with Jenny Camp, but Pizza, he was really young and skinny. Yeah. That was a horror one.
Yeah.
Where he goes into the house, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
like
the
ringtone keeps
going on. A bit of a letdown, but yeah. But as you said, between probably Regina Khan's PETA and Pizza, they were probably 2 of the earliest ones. 2 different roles altogether, you know. And as you said, John, you're talking about Super Deluxe. One of the best films I saw. Was it Netflix that was on? It was on one of the streaming channels.
I think it was Netflix,
one of the best Indian films I've seen on a streaming channel. Multi-layered, different stories all interconnecting. And his character, I felt so sorry for. A very tragic figure. Yeah. You know, but that's the performance of Vijay Sethupathi. You can see why Shah Rukh Khan is a big fan of him, and vice versa. Obviously, I think most Indian actors are, aspire to be a Shah Rukh Khan in some fashion or another. But when you're getting that praise from someone who is regarded as one of the greatest actors of our time, that's overwhelming.
Steve, I'm looking at the numbers. He's charged RS 21 crore. I've done very brief conversion. It's roughly about $5.2 million. It's
He's
about
worth it.
£4.5 million.
Yeah.
His previous fee he was asking for was about $3.7 million, probably about £3 million. He's only asking for an extra $1.5 million.
You probably find
on
that
his
he
salary.
maybe have took a dip, John, because
Yeah.
if you're saying maybe about $3 million per film, he's turned down 2 films. If he's maybe about $3 million for those 2
He's
films, that's
probably
about 5. Yeah,
He's
probably
probably
is.
down about $1 million
Yeah,
to act in this role. So he's not asking for a lot of money here. The
No.
guy's worth it. He's one of the best actors on the continent, the subcontinent, in the world, man. I think he's a fucking great actor. I really do. This guy can act in any movie, in any part of the world. He's talented. And I like his sort of rationale he brings to acting.
yeah.
Again, Rukh told us, he done an interview, and people were asking him, how does he go about roles? Because he's also a very different person to these characters he's portraying, and he says, I just portray the role or the character the way that I would if I had lived in his shoes and I was in that predicament. That's how I act. I
It's
act
almost
like
like
myself.
Ian McLaughlin.
It is, yeah.
Isn't it?
It is though,
And
but,
how do I know what to say? I read the script.
but Stephen, even
Yeah.
though it may sound a bit condescending, it's very simplistic what
makes
he's saying.
sense,
It
yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah.
He's acting like himself in that situation. If he was that person that he'd read about in the script, that's the best way to get a performance.
Yeah.
You can't be somebody else. You can only be you. But you can add something, a twist to it. And I think that's
John,
what the best
I
actors do.
think,
But Stephen, you're right what he says. Sorry, I'll let you go.
No. I was just going to say in terms of Shah Rukh Khan, John, I think for the rest of the year we're almost booked out with obviously what we've got in store for the channel in terms of web series.
Yeah.
We've got Mirzapur season 3, Family Man season 3. We've obviously got
Vikram.
Andor, Vikram's coming out, and obviously we're trying to wrap with Gangs of Wazipur as well. So that's going to probably take up a considerable amount of what's left of the year.
Yeah.
I think by the turn of the year, John, it might be a case of us maybe reaching out to the community and say, right, Shah Rukh Khan time.
Yeah.
Let's give us your recommendations.
Stephen,
you know?
look, you says you were out up at Silverburn, which is a huge mall shopping centre in our neck of the woods. You went and I think you went up to get a coffee.
Yeah.
And you seen there was a huge crowd.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, John.
Of people
Yeah.
going to watch an Indian movie. I
Yeah.
think it was what one was it again?
It was
Shah Rukh Khan. Or was it Amir Khan?
Amir, yeah.
Amir Khan. It was
Yeah.
an Amir Khan movie.
It's the Forrest Gump
Forrest Gump sort of remake one, yeah. So we know that there's a huge fucking audience go and watch Indian movies. So I absolutely want to go and watch a big Indian release in the theatres day 1, day 2, just to be in that atmosphere and experience it, man. Because it's something I've never really experienced with an actual fucking Indian audience.
A proper audience, yeah.
A proper
A
Indian
passionate,
audience who
yeah.
fucking get it,
Yeah.
who are well up for it. I want to experience that as an outsider, if you like. I'm not an outsider. I'm 2% Indian. Go and fuck yourself. I'm fucking Indian. My great grandmother was Indian, so I'm Indian. I'm claiming it.
I
So
am the fucking clip.
I am a fucking click. But Steve, what you say is losing money. He's about $1 million down in net terms.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing
This-
one film instead of 2, so in a way he's,
that's
he's
the drag.
gaining and losing at the same time.
That's the sort of draw of a Shah Rukh Khan
Yeah.
and of an Atlee.
Yeah.
Sometimes earning a little less to work with that calibre of talent, that will increase the sort of stardom, increase your reputation even further.
Yeah.
Then you will get more roles, better roles. It's all about connections.
I think he's
Yeah.
about the same age as me, John.
He is. He's quite he's young.
Yeah.
He's still young.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, but
Oh, I mean, he's
he
young
is-
for an actor.
he
Steve.
is,
He's got years left.
well, I was going to say that, John. I think he's a very accomplished actor for the age he is anyway. You know, I think he's only going to get better. It's just ever since we saw him, I think it was Master was the first film we saw him in.
Yeah, Bavaria.
I just felt this guy's incredible. You know, my eyes were focused obviously on telepathy, but I felt that you know, just my eyes were straying over to the antagonist, thinking, oh, this guy's incredible. Who is he? And then from there, obviously, we watched so many of his films, enjoyed so many of his films as well.
He's great.
Yeah,
I'm glad to see he's getting the reputation, the recognition that he finally deserves. Because he's been doing it for a long time. He's worked his balls off. We've looked at his IMDb filmography. 3-4 movies a year.
yeah,
He's hammering them out, man. The caliber's very decent. So I'm glad to see he's finally getting the recognition. He's finally getting paid his fucking dues. The guy's got a family. I
yeah.
think he's got 2 kids and a wife. So he needs to pay for their future. So he's getting the money and getting to work with Shah Rukh Khan. Happy fucking days. Looking forward to the movie. Looking forward to Vikram.
Yeah,
Want to see
can't
the
wait.
performance he gave us in that movie. alongside the likes of Lokesh Kanagaraj directing. Why am I blanking on the main man's name? Shocking. We literally watched his entire career, 40-50 year career, revolutionary, pioneering,
It's always the same when we're live, John.
pushing fucking technology and stuff like that. Why am I blanking on his name?
I'll bring it up, don't worry. IMDb to the rescue if I can get on it.
Save me, Stephen.
Yeah, I mean, John, it's always the same. I forget the most famous of people as well.
Kamal Hassan.
Yeah, there we are.
Kamal Hassan.
Yeah.
Came into my head.
You get Fahad Fasil as well.
Fahad Fasil's in there, yeah.
I don't know why I forgot to
Suria's
say
in
that.
there as
Yeah,
well.
Surya, yeah.
So I'm looking for. I
Yeah.
think he's got a minor role
Yeah.
from what I've heard though. Have not seen the movie. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why
the
it's
community-
not over here yet. I can't get my
What is
head around
that,
it.
Stephen? It's linked to Kaifi, which we've seen. It
Yeah.
shares the universe with Kaifi, and we watched that movie after Master. We went back and watched
That's
this
right, yeah.
movie, so I enjoyed that. Favourite scene? Dare hear you ask?
Is there this thing in motion about Lokesh Kanagaraj's universe, though, John? Is this a thing?
Well, I mean they're connected
Yeah.
for sure.
Does this mean at some point we're going to get Telepathy Vijay
I'd
coming
love
up?
to.
Yeah. Maybe his Kaifi character? Maybe the time. I don't know. I don't know.
I'd love to see. I'd love
Yeah.
to see it happen. I'd love
Yeah.
to see it, almost like a fucking Suryavanshi thing up north, where you've got the likes of Ajay Devgan,
Yeah.
Akshay Kumar, I think Ranveer Singh.
Mm.
These big characters are actors, all in different movies,
Yeah.
coming together
Yep.
in like a super movie. I'd love to fucking see it happen.
Yeah.
But look, time will tell. We'll watch all these movies. We'll see how it plays out. I'm just glad for Vijay. I think he's brilliant. Sethupathi, that is, because there's only one Vijay, and that's fucking Joseph. So I'll not step in to that trap. That's a very slippery slope indeed. But look, man, let's go round it up. I'm done.
I'm done.
Stephen's done as well. What is your thoughts on the two topics we touched upon? Multiple Batmen, Eric Spiderman, Batman. Can we think of a
Batman's.
full Spiderman? I don't know. Peter Batman? I don't know how it would work. Do you want to see multiple Batmen in the upcoming Aquaman? Something spawning out of Flash's multiversal story? Is that something you'd be interested in? Who would you like to see? Would you like to see Val in there? Would you like to see George back? Hey guys, I'm Batman. Instead of Freeze, hey guys. Bat nipple appears on the screen, then you see that goofy mouth and jawline, and it comes out his mouth. I'm Batman. No, you're not, George, and you will never be. Who would you like to see? Comment down below if you've got anything to say about that down below in the comment section. Finally, what's your thoughts on Vijay Sethupathi working with Shah Rukh Khan and Atlee in the upcoming Ravan? Is that what the name is of the movie? Let's just bring it up, just make sure I've got that right. Jawan. The upcoming Jawan. I should have thought Jawa with an N on the end. Share your thoughts down below about him, about Shah Rukh, about him asking for this money. I don't think that's a lot of fucking money. The man deserves to get paid. He's one of the best. That should reflect in his pay packet. Anything you feel compelled to share can go down below in the comment section. That's the place for it. You can also like the video if you've enjoyed it as ever. Dislike it if you've hated it. No one will see it. We'll see it, but we don't give a fuck. It draws traffic to the channel. That's all we care about. We don't care about dislikes or likes. We want likes. But if you dislike it, it's all the same. You can also subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this rambling, tangent-filled orgy of movie discussion. And hit the notifications button to see notifications of future live shows and reactions, watch-alongs, movie reviews the very moment that they drop. The same thing over on Twitch, but just for the live shows. Follow button, notifications button over there to see us live on Twitch, a gaming platform where we are speaking about movies. And finally, we'd just like to thank you once again for watching us. But we're done. Until next time, bye bye. Need to do something about that fucking macro button, man. It just keeps. I press the mute macro
Hey,
and it changes the scene.
Going to order you one.
Please do, Stephen.